never really asked you about this actually. The Ocean, right, which we used to play at the end of our set. Every gig, didn't we, back in the day?
Yeah.
Not played it for a while now. But
Yeah.
where did that come from, that song?
That was written in my head. Helen and the kids, we played in Ireland. And I remember that gig because it was the one where I put my Gibson 335 on a stand and got my foot caught in the strap.
Yeah.
Hold it, and it fell over in slow motion. I watched it splinter into a million pieces and was nearly in tears. You know, it's a very precious guitar to me. And anyway, I got on a fly from Ireland and went to Cornwall, where the kids and Helen and some friends of ours were already on holiday. So it was kind of 2 or 3 days into the thing. And I remember I'd got all my luggage and whatnot with me, and I left it in the pub next door to this gaff that we were staying in. And I'd been there before and kind of knew the landlord. He was a nice bloke. So I just said, look, I'm just going to see my family for weeks. We'd been on tour. I just took my shoes off and rolled me. I got a suit, I think I was wearing at the time. I rolled it up, took my socks and shoes off, and kind of headed down the beach. And Helen was stood at the tide's edge, holding the boys' hands. And I think Rosie, my daughter, she was in the sea. And they looked like they were having a really lovely time. And so instead of typical me, I kind of got to Helen and I was like a dog, you know, like that. She's familiar with it. I'd obviously got this melody coming through, and she went, oh, you're writing a song, aren't you? This one? Yeah, sorry. So I had to bomb it back up to the pub and get my guitar out and record the basics of that song. But that was kind of where it came from. It was written on a beach in Cornwall called Porthcurno. And above the beach is one of the most amazing things on earth. It's a theatre called the Minack Theatre, and it was literally carved out of a mountain by one woman, an amazing woman called Rowena Cade. And she literally carved this theatre out of the side of a mountain on her own. And it's a really wonderful place. And we did part of the video for that song there. Yeah, it's a really, I've not been for many, many years, at least 15 years. But when we used to go, it wasn't as known as it is now. And these pike now, you couldn't get on the beach, you know. But back then, it was quite, in fact, it's longer than 15 years ago. So, but yeah.
Well, if we ever play there, then we'll have to play that song
on there. I think there's been talk about us playing a gig there for years. But A, if it rains, you're completely full.
That's the end of that then, yeah.
And B, getting the gear there.
You have to have it air winched in.
Or in a crane.
Yeah.
So we'd have to do acoustic graphic, yes.
All right.
I look forward to that.
Will he?
Yeah. Get a 10.
I remember after the first run through of that tune, when you sang it, because we used to do it where we'd sort of sit around the desk and we'd have the drums in the live room, and you always sang with that. We had that little mic, and we used to play through it live. And when you did that first run through with the vocal, I remember shivers.
Yeah, so we should play that again, actually, to be fair. We haven't played it for years, you know.
Well, people aren't very happy about us not playing it anymore.
I know I get booed.
Yeah.
I think that's why they booed.